Tonight on Citrus TV News, live at 6, it's homecoming weekend at SU. We'll have details on all of the celebrations.
And the winner of the Nobel Peace Prize delivers a stern warning to the United States. We'll tell you why.
These past few weeks in Syracuse have had some sunny and warm days, making it feel more like spring than it has fall. But with these clouds moving in, will some thunderstorms come and knock the temperatures down? I'll let you know in my full weather forecast. Your campus news leader, Citrus TV, starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News live at 6, your campus news leader.
It's homecoming weekend at Syracuse University and festivities are underway. Good evening, I'm Rebecca Castor.
And I'm Josh Rosenblatt. Colleges and groups across campus are welcoming alumni this weekend for Orange Central, Syracuse University's annual homecoming and reunion. Celebrations are kicking off with a cookout on the quad.
That's right, Citrus TV's Sabrina Majori is at the cookout right now and has more on what is happening this weekend.
I'm here live on the quad for the Orange Central Cookout. Earlier today, I spoke to alumni and event organizers to see what this weekend has in store. Syracuse University students are well aware that this weekend is homecoming. But the excitement on campus isn't exclusive to current SU students. Alums are here for Orange Central.
Orange Central is the once-a-year celebration for everybody who loves orange. And so it basically combines homecoming and the excitement that students have for homecoming with reunion.
2,200 alumni have pre-registered for Orange Central events. Each alum comes, checks in, and receives one of these Orange Central information packets. Alumni have the opportunity to attend affiliation group reunions and special events. These include a cookout on the quad, an Orange Central tailgate, and several award ceremonies.
As an alumna, I'm extremely passionate about Syracuse. This is like the Super Bowl weekend for Syracuse University alumni. It's amazing.
For alumni, this weekend is an opportunity to reconnect with peers and share some of their orange pride.
I'm a very proud Syracuse alum, and so I wanted my wife and 2 kids to see where I went to college. I think that it's brought back a lot of great memories.
I just enjoyed my time at Syracuse so much, and me and my friends decided that we wanted to come back because even being away from campus for 4 months was too long, and I just wanted to feel at home again.
I think that Syracuse University has changed a lot of lives. If you went to Syracuse, you love Syracuse, and if you have an opportunity to come back, you want to come back.
The number of pre-registered alumni has nearly doubled from last year's total, and Orange Central organizers are saying that they're expecting a record-breaking turnout. As you can see behind me, everyone is super excited for this weekend's homecoming games. They're out here and having a lot of fun. Live from the quad, I'm Sabrina Majori. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sabrina. It should be a fun weekend. The Department of Public Safety is increasing security at the Dome for the homecoming football game against Pitt tomorrow, after a fight broke out at the last home game against Central Michigan. 2 fans started throwing punches at security staff before being removed from the stadium and arrested for disorderly conduct.
New details on the mumps cases across campus. Health Services says 8 people have now contracted the virus, double the number of cases reported last Friday.
In an email, Health Services says the infected students are from shared social circles.
Health Services says it is isolating the infected students in an attempt to contain the outbreak. They're also sanitizing areas and are notifying people who may have come in contact with the students. This year's flu season is expected to be a strong one, and health experts are urging people to get their flu shots now. For students on campus, Health Services is hosting a free clinic on Wednesday in the Flanagan Gym from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You do not need an appointment, but be sure to remember to bring your SUID. Syracuse Science has helped win a Nobel Prize in Physics this week for their help in proving Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity. They're a part of a team that created a machine capable of detecting gravitational waves back in 2015. The committee awarded the prize to 3 scientists from MIT and the California Institute of Technology. There are no clowns in this movie, but horror fans are sure to be delighted. University Union is hosting an early screening of the film Happy Death Day, Monday at 8 p.m. in the Gifford Auditorium. Admission is free for all, and the horror film will be in theaters on Friday the 13th.
In Puerto Rico, government leaders say the death toll from Hurricane Maria rose to 36 as relief efforts continue. Here on campus, Citrus TV reporter Lilia Wood spoke with students with ties to the island about what they're doing to help their home country.
Puerto Rican college students across the country felt a sense of helplessness when they could not contact their families during the storm.
The stuff that's getting done is helping, but there's a long way to go, and this is going to be an effort that isn't just today or next week or even next month. It's going to be something that's going to take maybe years to rebuild the island, so that's why we need to get as many donations as possible.
So the group started to collect donations for the victims. They started individually raising money, but they soon learned there's power in numbers. They formed a GoFundMe page named Students with Puerto Rico, and now more than 70 universities are involved.
Just been trying to raise awareness for the most part, whether it be posting a picture on Instagram or Snapchat, and just trying to tell everyone how bad it is back home and the reality of it.
Through social media, the Syracuse University chapter continues to raise awareness. They're also tabling in academic buildings, planning a salsa event, and hosting a fundraiser at Benjamin's tonight. I'm standing outside of the Life Sciences atrium. Right through these doors, the students with PR are raising money and awareness for their country. The first goal was $50,000, and that was quickly reached when television host Jimmy Fallon donated $20,000.
We reached our limit, our goal in like 2 days because of him, so that was awesome. It's good we're such a small island and we don't get enough recognition, so to have someone as famous as him was awesome. Just trying to get the word out and help everyone.
Now the campaign has over $170,000 from over 3,000 donors in only 2 weeks, showing there truly is power in social media. Lilia Wood, Citrus TV News.
And that money could go towards changing Puerto Rico forever. Elon Musk says he could rebuild their power grid using only solar power. Most of Puerto Rico is still without power, and Musk says that his technology can fix that. He is offering Tesla services to power the island, and their governor seems interested. He tweeted, "Let's talk," to Musk, saying PR could show the world what Tesla could do.
It's been a rainy day here on campus, putting a damper on homecoming activities.
Will tailgates planned for the football game tomorrow? We're all hoping this rain stops soon. David Edelstein is here with what the weather will be like this weekend.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And right now, outside at Syracuse, 63 degrees. It's just kind of cloudy, but we'll talk later in the broadcast about whether that will stick around. There is a slight breeze that's knocking down some of the temperatures. Across the area, Syracuse, 63 degrees. Really in this northeast area, it's about 60s. The highs in Ithaca and Elmira at 70 degrees, a little bit of sunshine in the south. But you have our weather radar here, and as clouds are just moving across the general area, some spots of green, that's some rain, and we'll talk later in the broadcast about whether there will be more or whether the sun will come back out.
Nobel Peace Prize has been given out. Who won the prestigious award?
And the Trump administration is making changes to Obamacare. Will it affect you? Find out ahead.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You're watching Citrus TV News with Rebecca Castor, Josh Rosenblatt, and David Edelstein with weather. Citrus TV News continues now.
An anti-nuclear weapons group has won the Nobel Peace Prize. The committee awarded the prize to the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, or ICAN. They earned the honor for drawing attention to the consequences of using nuclear weapons. The decision comes in the wake of growing tensions between the U.S. and North Korea, and as President Trump considers ending a nuclear deal with Iran. Speaking of that very deal, there are new details on President Trump's stance on the deal. Yesterday, the president said he will decertify the nuclear deal next week. Today, he explained his idea for a broader strategy when confronting the Middle Eastern country.
Trump says the new plan will include a ballistic missile program and fight against terror networks in the Middle East. The current deal will stay in place with small changes to the frameworks, such as adding more inspections.
But Iran has said they will not be renegotiating the nuclear deal. Chilling new details on the Las Vegas terrorist attack. Authorities say the shooter Stephen Paddock may have had plans for more attacks. Police say new evidence suggests Paddock intended on escaping.
Police also say Paddock had more than 50 pounds of explosives and 1,600 rounds of ammunition in his car, which authorities say could have been used for a car bomb. His motives behind the attack remain unclear.
Sunrise Hospital says half of the 45 patients still at the hospital are in critical condition.
The Trump administration is issuing new rules on contraceptives, and it's a major blow to the birth control mandate under Obamacare. The Department of Human Health and Services released the guidelines today. The new rules give employers more leeway on withholding birth control coverage for religious reasons. More than 200 employers have filed lawsuits over the birth control mandate. Critics believe this could open the door to more employers dropping coverage for other reasons.
Another major storm may be closing in on the United States. The National Hurricane Center says Tropical Storm Nate is expected to pass over New Orleans early Saturday. The city was devastated 12 years ago by Hurricane Katrina. The storm is only expected to become a Category 1 hurricane, but the New Orleans mayor has declared a state of emergency as a precaution.
Right now, to the citizens of New Orleans, there is no reason to panic, but there is reason to prepare. We're encouraging the public to do all they can to prepare for this weather event. Get a plan to protect yourself and your property. Again, I want to stress there's no need to panic. We just need to be ready for heavy wind and heavy rain.
The governors of Louisiana and Florida have also declared a state of emergency for several counties in the hurricane's path.
If you thought the moon looked especially large last night, that's not a coincidence. A special harvest moon lit up the night skies, marking the beginning of fall.
The harvest moon is the closest full moon to the fall equinox. This is the first time the moon appeared in October in nearly a decade.
What do you think of this moon, David?
Well, it's definitely an interesting occasion now that it's fall, but I didn't see any wolves outside or hear them howling during this full moon. But what I did see outside for tomorrow is that it's going to be 64 degrees in the morning if you're an early riser, some morning rain, and it is going to be humid outside, kind of carrying over from what we see today. Now, the high tomorrow is going to be 83 degrees, just another week where we're talking about near record-breaking temperatures. The story just continues. Low is 67. The sun is going to be peeking out through clouds throughout the day. Now, as we look, it's just kind of a heat wave across the entire country. Everywhere it's hot, especially right here in Syracuse where we are 83 degrees. Now the winds, though, about 9 miles an hour, 60 mile an hour gusts are going to cool that down a little bit of wind chill. The winds are going to be coming up from the south through the north, kind of becoming part of this system that we see right here. Not as strong as that area, though. Now, as we take a look at tomorrow, if you are heading to campus for the game or you're here for homecoming weekend, 8 a.m., 61 degrees, 12 p.m., the sun's going to be coming out a little, 74 degrees, high at 83 at 4 p.m., 72 degrees at 8 p.m. Now, as we look at our daily high temperatures, tomorrow is going to be in the 80s. It drops off into the 70s for the next few days. Then when you get to October 11th, dropping down to the 60s. that goes all the way down. And when you're looking at where the temperatures should come back, October 15th, drop down to 57 degrees. And looking at our 5-day forecast, tomorrow again hot for the game. Otto's happy though. And on Sunday, some rain. There is going to be some rain throughout this week. Mostly cloudy, in and out sun, but it should be kind of spring-like at this time this week.
So, David, with this hurricane that's hitting New Orleans this weekend, how dangerous is that going to be?
Yeah, right now it's a tropical storm, but as it's moving toward the continental United States, it is becoming a Category 1 storm, not the Hurricane Irma kind of storm, Category 5 like we saw, but still something dangerous, could lead to some isolated tornadoes. Now, here in central New York, what does that mean? In about a week, the storm will be moving through as a tropical storm, probably just bringing some rain to our area here.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, David.
Coming up, Hamilton creator is releasing new music for a good cause.
And a bombshell out of Hollywood. Why is this producer leaving his job? All that and more after the break.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You're watching Citrus TV News with Rebecca Castor, Josh Rosenblatt, and David Edelstein with weather. Citrus TV News continues now.
The United States is losing jobs after hurricanes devastated Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico. 33,000 jobs were lost this month, the first decline in 7 years. This was a shock to economists, but they say rebuilding will likely lead to the creation of new jobs. Despite the job decrease, the unemployment rate went down too. It is now the lowest it's been since 2001. Some shocking news out of Hollywood. Executive Harvey Weinstein is leaving his own company after a New York Times piece uncovered he was sexually harassing women for decades. This article includes accusations from multiple women, such as actress Ashley Judd. The report says Weinstein settled out of court at least 8 times for his conduct. Weinstein does not deny the claims, and he says he will sue the New York Times for defamation. A plastic surgery practice in Las Vegas is offering free surgeries to victims of Sunday night's mass shooting. Victims may be struggling with emotional scars, but the surgeons are hoping to help with the physical scars. Plastic Surgery Vegas is offering free grants to help them cover them up. Any victim can sign up on their website to have surgery.
Get ready, Hamilton fans. Lin-Manuel Miranda has a new song, and it's for a great cause. Miranda released Almost Like Praying today, and all the proceeds will go to rebuilding Puerto Rico. The song features more than a dozen Latin artists, including Jennifer Lopez and Gloria Estefan. Miranda describes it as a love song for Puerto Rico. The song is available for download and streaming. Apple is rolling out hundreds of new emojis in next week's iOS update. Apple previewed a dozen emojis today, including a hedgehog, a giraffe, and a dinosaur. The new batch will also include mythical creatures and gender-neutral character options in an effort to provide more diverse choices. And it's never too early to be thinking about Christmas presents. The hit children's present from 2016 is adding double the fun to their newest product. Hatchimals, the toy egg with the stuffed animal inside, will be adding twins to their eggs. The twins use sensors to actually interact with each other, and they have their own distinct personalities. With these new upgrades, Hatchimals may be the hit of the holiday season yet again.
Coming up, Syracuse football looks for its first ACC victory in front of a homecoming crowd on Saturday. And they're not the only SU squad in action over the weekend. Men's soccer, volleyball, field hockey. We've got a full weekend preview on the other side of the break.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Welcome to sports. I'm Nick Dugan. Syracuse football fans have seen it the past few weeks. The Orange has been able to hang tough on the road with some quality opponents in LSU and NC State, but has still come out on the losing end. Hard to attribute it to the passing attack thus far, as quarterback Eric Dungy has found wideouts Steve Ishmael and Irv Phillips a combined 95 times for over 1,000 yards. That is tops in the ACC this season. But now SU is in the teeth of this ACC schedule, and Dino Babers and company host Pitt on Saturday. And for the players, it's about focusing in and starting fast.
You know, once you get into the neck of ACC play, you always start to get more sense of urgency as the season progresses. But I think we just really trying to focus on getting back on the right track and, you know, getting a win in the Dome this Saturday.
Oh, offensively, it's just starting strong. You can't dig a hole like that in the first half. I mean, we played a great second half, but ran out of opportunities. The defense did the best job that they could. But at the end of the day, we ran out of time, so you can't dig a hole like that.
We'll have you covered tomorrow from opening kickoff to final whistle on Twitter at CitrusTV Sports. But don't forget to tune in after the game to Channel 14.1 for Orange Press Pass. Hear from the players, head coach Dino Babers, and our team who will break it all down right here at 5:30. Before we look ahead to the weekend, the Orange women's soccer team was in action last night, and they picked up that elusive first ACC victory, 2-0 over Pitt. Sydney Brackett scored her team-high 5th goal on the year in the 5th minute, getting SU on the board quickly, and Alana O'Neill touched home another about 20 minutes later. Courtney Brosnan had 8 saves in the shutout, giving her 17 clean sheets in her career, which ranks 3rd in program history. Notre Dame's up next in South Bend on Sunday. And Syracuse women's ice hockey suited up for their home opener earlier this afternoon. They welcomed the #1 team in all the land in Wisconsin to Tennedy Ice Pavilion, the first time in 9 years that the two programs have met. And the Orange hung tough for about 60 minutes, but fell 1-0. Abby Roque netted the only goal for the Badgers. And for SU, Abby Miller had 38 saves on the day, but nonetheless, the Orange remains winless on the season. And no doubt it's been tough sledding for head coach Ian McIntyre and the men's soccer squad this season. The team began the year ranked 8th in the country, but have lost 5 of their last 6 matches and haven't won back-to-back showdowns since August. Tonight, NC State rides into town coming off a 3-0 win against Belmont. The best news for the Orange could be that the Wolfpack have struggled offensively this season, ranking dead last in shots and goals in the ACC. And how about this for a turnaround? The SU volleyball team is 11-6 on the year. Those 11 wins are 4 more than they had in all of 2016. The Orange still have about half of their season ahead of them, and it begins tonight with a visit from Clemson. The Tigers are still winless in the ACC and are looking to snap a 5-game losing streak. The match is set for 7 p.m. For Syracuse field hockey, a bumpy September has led to a 9-3 overall record for Ange Bradley's squad, but a win over the 16th-ranked Princeton Tigers last weekend kept the Orange inside the top 10 in the polls. The Orange will have its work cut out for them this week, though, as they travel down to Durham to take on a near-perfect Duke squad, ranked 2nd in the nation. It's gone pretty well for SU when these two schools match up, however, as they are a spotless 4-0 against the Blue Devils all time. Finally, the road back to the Calder Cup finals begins tonight for the Syracuse Crunch. They open up the season on the road against the Rochester Americans, who they swept to open up last season as well. The Crunch returned just 7 skaters that played with the team all of last year. One of the new faces, however, is 16-year veteran Michael Layton, who will be making his 465th career AHL start. Quite a career for the Ontario native.
Now, Nick, all 8 playoff teams are in action today in Major League Baseball. Can you kind of give us a rundown of what's happening today?
So earlier today in the American League Divisional Series, it was the the Astros taking down the Red Sox 8-2. So that gives the Astros a 2-0 lead in that series. And the Yankees in progress right now, tied up with the Cleveland Indians 3-3 in the 3rd inning.
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. Citrus TV News will be right back.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. This is a serious problem, but one we can solve. Visit feedingamerica.org to help. Together we can solve hunger. Together we're feeding America.
We have David Edelstein back here with us. So, David, can we expect any rain before the football game tomorrow morning?
Yeah, so the dew point tonight is 59 degrees, and right now it's 63 outside. So what that means is as the temperature drops tonight and gets closer to 59 degrees, that's when we could start seeing some rain. Probably drizzles, but it will clear up tomorrow.
All right, thank you, David. Coming up on OTN, your full sports report on Q's Countdown and your late night entertainment with Syracuse Unpeeled.
That's all we have for you tonight, folks. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check us out on Twitter at CitrusTV.
And find details for these stories and more on CitrusTV.com. I'm Rebecca Castor.
And I'm Josh Rosenblatt.
Have a great night, Syracuse. Okay.